Hello guys and welcome to Antalya. I arrived here yesterday because my best friend has left me yesterday, Zara. It is now my last day in Turkey, and to take away some of the pain of Zara leaving, I met up with one of my dear friends, Tess. She is an absolute ray of sunshine, and we met in Mexico a few years ago when I did my big Mexico backpacking trip, and it was so good to be reunited with her. She lives in the area now for a bit. So yeah, she took me around the city and we had such a beautiful, magical day. It was just so good to be reunited with her for a bit. And today I am going on a day trip. It is a day trip of the highlights of Antalya, so everything around the city that there is to see. We are starting with this waterfall that falls straight into the ocean. I thought we would be going on a boat tour along the waterfall, which is clear to me now is not the case. Actually, this whole thing is kind of like, yeah, just very commercial, made for tourists. There's zip lining you can do. There's so many different touristy things that they sell extra around here. And it seems to all be about that. But let's go and have a look at this waterfall. I must say I was a bit disappointed when I realized I wasn't going on a boat to see the waterfall. But that's also because I had a very bad night's sleep. I had about the worst hostel night because of the roomies I've probably ever had. It's been so disrespectful, like someone letting their alarm ring all the way through at 5 a.m. and then another one getting up at 6 a.m. to shower in the ensuite and then blow dry their hair. It's just been quite ridiculous, to be honest. But anyways, I am going to try and make the most of this day. Because it is my last day in Turkey, so let's see how we get on. This right here is where the river meets the ocean. So let's go and have a look at what it looks like when the waterfall hits the ocean. Okay, right now we are at the second stop of the day, which is the second waterfall. This right here is the same stream or river of the first waterfall, but instead of being at the end, we are now upstream at what they say is the start, but I'm presuming the start is much further away. So this is the second waterfall.
The cool thing about this waterfall is that you can descend behind the waterfall and walk through the wall behind it. Be prepared to get wet though. Even a bat cave on site, and there are a few shops and restaurants as well.
The third stop of the day is a jewelry workshop that sells jewelry with the Sultan diamond. They have just shown that the stone changes color depending on the light, which was pretty cool to see. But yeah, as you know, that's not really within my budget, and it's kind of a useless stop in my opinion. But since I study tourism, I do see why they do it. After the workshop we had lunch, and it was a decent lunch, but the lunch was included and the drinks weren't, and the drinks were quite expensive. And then we came to the port or the marina of Antalya to go on a boat trip.
The boat was one of those super cool pirate ships, and of course I ran to get a front row seat. I love being on a boat, and this was definitely my favorite part of the day. We spotted the Hiterlik Tower, and then finally I was surprised by another waterfall from the boat. This was the cherry on top. The coastline of Antalya and the mountains in the distance are just stunning.
The boat trip in the end did include a waterfall, so that was me happy. I'm always happy if I get to go on a boat anyways. And then we ended in the city center, but now we pretty much have time to ourselves, and I am just gonna go back to the hostel because I've seen a lot of the city center already, and I'll simply come back out around sunset time to just go for a stroll.
Like I said, I headed off again about half an hour before sunset. I walked through Hadrian's Gate into the historical city center. I love the architecture here so much. lots of cute souvenir shops as well. And to watch the sunset, I highly recommend coming to this viewpoint that overlooks the marina and the coastline. For my last dinner in Turkey, I went to a place that had a long line of locals. At Şitir on the main street, you can get delicious and affordable fish sandwiches. They have a salad bar and you can take as much as you like. I highly recommend giving these a try.
Right, so what I love about Antalya has been the fact that the mountains are so close to the beach. When someone asks me if I'm a beach or a mountain person, I always say mountains near the beach. And Antalya is just a beautiful example of this. And the cliffs going into the ocean, it's just so magical. And the fact that the turquoise blue water just comes all the way up to the city. There is so much natural beauty around Antalya city. And also the old town is so cozy, is so picturesque. I love a picturesque city center. So yeah, I've loved just strolling through. But the one thing that I have noticed so many times around Antalya, as a city that is so on the beach, one with the beach and the ocean, they have a certain responsibility to take care of it. I have seen so much trash go into the ocean just here at the waterfall as well. There is so much trash on the side that is just about to fly into the ocean, as well as the balloons. I've seen balloons just fly away and then they end up in the ocean. The same with the bins. I have seen bins, but then they don't have a lid or they are broken and open and things just fly out of them into the ocean. And yeah, it's just very, very sad. Just where I'm sitting now as well, on this beautiful bench, it's all trash in front of me. So that is one thing that really bugs me and I find very, very sad. Oh, and aside from the trash, they are literally still using animals in the streets for tourism purposes. So I've seen parrots, I've seen rabbits. So many of these animals are still being exploited, which is also something I really dislike. But other than that, I have definitely enjoyed my time in Turkey and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, then definitely give it a like and subscribe if you don't want to miss any of the upcoming Egypt and Greece and so many more videos. So I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!